Hello, everyone. Welcome back to SAT Math Question of the Day with Professor Emeritus Seth Chaiken at University of Albany and Joel Chaiken, Seth's brother. We're here to hopefully help you approach SAT math questions. This is from a calculator section, question 7. By the way, Happy New Year, everyone. Okay. We have a table, obviously. The table above represents the 50 movies that had the greatest ticket sales that back in that year. Category, okay, whatever. What proportion of the movies are comedies with a PG-13 rating? So this is like a conditional table, marginal probability, something like that.
Yeah, it's a marginal probability distribution in which they also have calculated what are called the partials.
Right.
But whatever it is, let's solve the problem.
Right. So we have it with what proportion of the movies are comedies with a PG-13 rating? So doesn't that mean that the denominator has to be the movies with the PG-13 rating, which is 22? Isn't that right?
No, I don't read it. Please read the question.
The above represents the 50 movies that have the greatest ticket sales. What proportion of movies are comedies? Oh, so it's 50. We have to divide by 50.
So what they're asking for is to concentrate on the movies that are comedies with a PG-13 rating.
So that's 4.
That means that classifies the movie with 2 criteria that must both be true.
Right.
And so the category they're asking the how much it is comedies with a PG rating, and there are 4 of those movies.
Right.
And then they ask for the proportion of the movies. The movies are the 50 movies. So the proportion of the movies that are counted by this box with a 4 in it is a proportion where the denominator is the total number of movies, and the numerator is the number that you're looking to find the proportion of.
Right.
It's 4/50ths, which is the first choice is 2/25ths, also known as 8%. But they gave the answer in the fraction in simplest form, so that's the answer.
Right. So
don't get confused. Don't get confused by number 1, extra information. All the other data, and the calculations that they did for you, adding up the rows to get the total number with PG rating, total number with PG-13. That's all irrelevant to the question. Right.
So then, so it really really comes down to reading the question. I was heading down the wrong path. I was reading it too carefully. What I probably would have done before you
you were reading it. You were just reading it too. I don't know. I didn't say too carefully.
Yeah, okay. I was reading it
not carefully enough.
Yeah. So right. So now if Seth wasn't here to correct me, I would have sat here. Seth swooped in and corrected me. But if Seth wasn't here to correct me, I would have known that this is a dangerous question. And I would have been more careful, and I probably would have answered it correctly, but there's a chance I would have answered it wrong. But I would have double-checked and triple-checked myself to make sure I was reading this right. And Seth is right. It's of the movies. Exactly. Of the movies. Yeah. If the answer to my question would have been, what proportion of the PG-13 movies are comedies?
Well, that's a different question.
I know, but that's what I was asking. What I would have done. You
can ask any of those questions.
Right. So what I would have done, let me just tell you what I probably would have done. I probably would have done this, and then I would have reread the question and saying, well, am I really answering this correctly? And then I would have realized that, no, I didn't, and then I would have fixed it. But there's no guarantee.
Well, it's most efficient to read the question carefully with adequate care from the beginning.
Right. Yeah. The key is the word of the movies.
Yeah. So many. Yeah, I think we see that many of these SAT questions. One of the tricky things they do with SAT questions is give you more data than is needed to answer the question, and they also give you data to which many other questions that you've been taught in school apply. And so your knowledge of all the possible questions can apply might even lead you to get confused.
Right. Yeah.
Because you have to pick which of the kinds of questions is the one that's they're asking. But the solution to both of those challenges is READ, read the question.
Right. Yeah. I mean, here I don't think extraneous innovation is really the problem, because nowhere do they even mention action, animated, drama. None of that stuff is even mentioned here.
Yeah, that's a clue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but this is classic marginal probability. It's not taught that. They don't really spend a lot of time on this.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
The reason why they call it marginal probability is because there are these margins. See the margins? See the margins? So.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of conditional probability here. Actually, there's not much conditional probability.
No, it's just a table of the data. How many of each? They categorize the movies in two kinds of categories, two separate kinds of categories. They give the data. So each movie belongs to one category of type, and at the same time, it belongs to one category of rating.
Right.
Well, it's rather than talk about instead of this fancy language, it's important to read tables, understand what the table means.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's it, right?
Yeah. Actually, I'm trying to recall the vocabulary that's used in the subject. I'll tell you what it is. This is not a marginal distribution. The inner table. Okay, for those people for backgrounds, this part of the table in blue. Let's say we have to give the labels to. This part of the table in blue. This part of the table in blue is called the joint.
Joint distribution.
It's called the joint distribution. That's the boxy table. And now, when they calculated the numbers in this little rectangle, also when they calculated the numbers in this horizontal rectangle, those numbers are what are called marginal distributions. So that they gave were two marginal distributions, and those marginal distributions are obtained by simply adding up the numbers in the joint distribution.
Right.
Okay. Now these are also these are raw statistics. These numbers are not probabilities. They are numbers of cases. See, so this is not a distribution of probabilities. This is the data. So this is a joint table of data. Okay.
That's it. Great. Okay.
Right.
Good. Okay. So have a great day, everyone. Please like us, dislike us, give us comments, and email us your SAT math questions at satmathquestionoftheday@gmail.com. And everybody, have a great day.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just leaving so people look at this. They could see what I just showed. There are two marginals that have been calculated.
Right.
And those two marginals have been calculated from the single joint data.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just follow the table and read the question. That's the big takeaway here. Or read the question, follow the table. Read the question, follow the table. Okay, everyone, have a great day. Speak to you tomorrow. Bye.